Hello and Happy New Year. Tom here. We're trying something new this year. I've been given the camera and I'm going to record some day-to-day stuff, some vlog style videos behind the scenes on what we're getting up to here at AT Performance. We're going to go and take a look at the 1M today. I'm going to cover some of the common issues with the car, the modifications we've carried out and the upgrades to date. Also what we've got planned for this year in terms of modifications, upgrades, further work on the car, and we're going to make a few alterations just for winter so I can maybe drive the car, and we also need to MOT it. So yeah, let us know if you like this kind of content, if you want to see more of this, more of the 1M, let us know below. Craig's just taken the car up to Love Studios now, so let's go and see how far he's got. Currently struggling to get the car off the ground and on the lift, which, having had the KWs fitted at Auto Talk, obviously has meant the car is incredibly low, so we're just trying to block it up so we can get the pads under so we can get the car in the air. This isn't something I'd really thought about. Obviously at Auto Talk they have the 4-post lifts, but anyway, we'll manage it one way or another, won't we, Craig? So I fitted these wheel studs last year, and nuts and spacers. Actually I only fitted these spacers because the wheel offset is for a F80, so they're 10mm different on the rear, the F80 fitment. So I fitted those spacers just to correct it and give it the right kind of fit in the wheel arch. And you can see the backs of the wheels. Pretty cool. Team Sherma, proper E88s. And I call this race pocket, this recess here. Always wanted a set of these. These are actually 11 inches wide on the rear. That is a 295 3018. You see we went to Brands Hatch last year, did a few laps. Not too many though. Not 370 pounds a tyre, we don't do too many laps on those. So now we've got the E88s off the car, we are replacing them with these. These are 260M or M260, I forget what they're known as, E92, E90, M3, standard fit, 18-inch wheels. These are actually quite sought after, people want these wheels. I had a set on a 330D I had a few years ago. Anyway, I managed to pick these up, and they are ideal for winter use because nobody wants grime and muck and salt on their polished split rims. So they're off and these are going to go on. So that's the wheels all fitted up now. We're just going to check the tyre pressures, make sure they're all good. I think it's time to lower it to the ground to just see how they fill the arches. So there we go, back on the ground. Looks good actually. I'm excited to drive this car on 18s. They come with 19s as stock, the M359 wheels, like the E92 competition wheels. So to drive it on 18s, although the BBS are 18s, but they are very wide, should be good. Exterior wise, the 1M is pretty much as it left the factory. We've got PPF applied to the front bumper. I had that painted last year, as the underneath had a couple of scuffs and there were some number plate holes. So that's been painted and PPF'd, as well as the headlights. We've got the E92 M3 wheels on it at the moment, and of course it's sitting a little bit lower on that KW V3 suspension with the Millway top mounts. Other than that, stock, we've got some PPF on the stone chip areas here, just because those bulbous rear arches do take a bit of a beating. Genuine M Performance carbon rear spoiler, perfect fit, very lightweight. That is a very nice bit of kit. I got a good deal on that as well. If you want one now, you go on eBay, they're one for £1,000 I think. Only other thing is the Miltech pipes poking out the back. That's a non-res system. I actually picked that up second hand for a really good price. The guy lived like 5 miles away, so that was a nice little purchase. Moving inside the car, we've got these custom stitched Recaro CS's, which I think are Napa leather. And they've got the Alcantara back to them. They are folding, and they've got Recaro embroidery, which I think looks really cool from both the front and the rear. I bought a replacement steering wheel. I've had that retrimmed in Alcantara, which is like charcoal to match the door cards with the stitching as well, the orange stitching. I've got an Alcantara armrest replacement to go in. That's actually black. See how that matches. It will match the blacks of the seats maybe. Perhaps should have gone charcoal to tie in with the gaiters, but we'll see. MHD tuning dongle, which goes directly into the OBD. That's what I've got at the moment, with a stage 1 file on it, which is just a panel filter under there. Let's get the bonnet open. So under the bonnet, pipe across panel filter in here. We've got the Milway top mounts lurking under here, not visible. Other than that, engine bay totally stock in appearance. But once we do the next wave of upgrades, we'll be able to do a stage 1 plus file, I think they call it, on the MHD app, which includes this Forge Motorsport intercooler. I've got another astounding deal on this. They're about £780 on the website, and for some reason they're having a flash sale, like 70% off. So I paid about £215 or something. It's brand new. I've had it almost 18 months now, haven't got around to installing it. It's a really nice piece of kit, all hand fabricated in Gloucester. So looking forward to getting that on. That's going to help bring down the charge temps. And then I've also got a Masata charge pipe to go in here, which is a common fault with them, and they recommend to do that before you increase the boost or the power any further. That's upstairs, I'll grab that shortly. So in terms of upgrades, that's probably it for now. It doesn't need any more power, it's like all these things, but it's always fun to see where you can take these cars. So here's the charge pipe. Bought this from Evolve. It looks like a nicely made piece of kit. It's all nicely finished, no burrs, powder coated. So that with the intercooler, then we can go to the next level of tune, which we'll cover in the next video. So let's cover the common issues with these 1Ms that I have encountered already with the car. The first is wheel speed sensor, and which is on the driver's side rear of the car. That's actually failed. So I've got all of the lights on the dashboard. I've got a new sensor. It's just a case of getting the wheel off and fitting it. As well as that, the 1 Series, which obviously includes the 1M as well, the washer bottle is behind the driver's wheel arch. And what can happen is gunk can accumulate in the bottom and then it breaks the pump. So I've got that issue as well. So there's 2 things there I need to sort before we MOT the car. The third thing is the wheel arch liners, which there is a revised part to counteract this. Because I believe they're an E92 M3 wheel arch liner, I'm pretty sure that's accurate, the wheels actually rub when you're on full lock, and now I've got the suspension installed, it actually makes that problem worse. There is a revised part available, hopefully still available. I'll have to email BMW and find out. Would ideally like to try and resolve that issue if possible, because it doesn't sound great when you're turning and you know, the tyres are rubbing the wheel arches. Aside from that, I've not had any other issues with the car as yet. I know turbo actuators can start rattling, and the remapping dongle I've got, you can actually take up the slack with that and remove that rattle noise, which can alleviate that issue, although probably not totally fix it. So that's everything for today. That's a look at the 1M, what we've done so far, what we've got planned. Next step really is MOT, so finish the seats off, wheel speed sensor, washer bottle, get it MOT'd, then I can start driving it again because it expired a couple of months ago. Next video on this car is probably going to be when we do the upgrades, so the intercooler, charge pipe remap, and then let's look at getting a track day book. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for some more 1M content to follow the journey of the car this year. Looking forward to getting out in it more, getting to some shows, some track days, and who knows, maybe even the Nürburgring. Thanks for watching. See you next time.